This week on the Wildcat Report, a little boy's fight against his disease, show choir is getting ready for their competition season, an inside look at some of Omaha's winter attractions, state cross-country winner Seth Hirsch runs at 2 national races, and Sports Corner with Wessel.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Corey Hadfield.
And I'm Seaton, and this is the Wildcat Report.
One little boy in his fight against his unique disease has caught the attention of many.
A benefit and a fundraiser have been made for this little boy to support him and his family. Corey and I checked it out.
One or both of his eyelids would be swollen when he woke up. So my husband and I kind of chalked it up as maybe he's sleeping on his pacifier. I called the pediatrician and they were like, no, it's probably nothing, don't worry about it. So after a few weeks, it started to get worse and more often.
So you take these on your name?
I would say Lego kids.
When he was 10 months old, he was genetically tested and diagnosed with infantile nephrotic syndrome. Pretty much what that means is when he goes to the bathroom, he spills out immune-fighting protein through his urine, and that causes him to his abdomen to swell, his eyes can swell, legs, feet. He just holds on and retains a lot of the water because he can't flush it out. Every morning, he takes currently 6 to 7 medications, and then we have to do the shake vest and the nebulizer for that part. And then at daycare, they actually do the vest treatment for him. And then at night we do more medications and another round of the nebulizer and the shake vest. It doesn't seem like a lot, but after you do it for, 2.5 years, it becomes really exhausting. We have Oliver. He's absolutely amazing. He's beautiful. He loves us. He hugs us. He's a little boy, and some people don't have that. And we know that there are situations that are far worse than this.
But I kind of talked her into it, and I said we're just going to do a small benefit and see where it goes. And it's really, people have been so generous. And initially they weren't that crazy about the idea. They're very proud, and rightfully so.
Every children's hospital in the country, or a lot of them, is part of the Children's Miracle Network, and they take like celebrities, and weirdly last year it was J-Lo, and this year it's me. I think we downgraded a little bit, but we show up to hospitals and we bear hug kids and try to make them smile when they're going through tough stuff. And then this is a benefit for the little boy who's really sick and he needs a lot of treatment that insurance isn't covering. So shirts are made, raffle tickets are sold, and I'm meeting and greeting.
What is a cold to one child ends up being him getting hospitalized because he just can't fight things off. So I think every part of our day is impacted, and he has to come first.
So if you watch this and you feel like even starving yourself at lunch, taking that lunch money and giving it to Oliver, go to their GoFundMe page. I don't know it on the top of my head, to give them the money for medical equipment, for medicine, for the stuff that the insurance won't pay for, to help pay for Jen's stay home with Oliver because he needs all the help that he can get.
Oliver, do you want to say thank you to everybody?
Thank you. Say it really loud. Say it one more time. One more time.
Thank you.
So far, they have raised $12,605 of their $15,000 goal.
If you're interested in donating, go to Team Oliver Medical Fund at GoFundMe.com.
Millard West Show Choir premiere was on Monday, December 12th.
Megan and Emily got a behind-the-scenes look at the performance.
After 5 months of preparation, all 3 show choir groups are ready to showcase everything they've been working for.
See my face, I'm enthused.
couple things. It's to allow us an opportunity to showcase all the work that we've been putting in for our competition shows and reveal them for the first time to the general public. It also gives our performers an opportunity to actually perform in front of an audience for the first time, and there's a big learning curve with that process too. So.
I don't have a sunny disposition. I'm not known for being too amused.
Like each of the 3 groups shows to everyone and give them like a preview of what it will be like for the year.
A lot of hard work has been put into these shows by not only the students but also the directors.
We start rehearsals in August. The directors have been working on these shows since really last April and May, designing the shows and working on costumes and music and all that stuff. But the kids have started working on their shows back in August, so the beginning of school.
All the groups are excited to perform their routines for the first time.
I was excited to be on stage with everyone else, all my friends, and just perform for other people and really show other people what we've been doing and working on for all this time.
The premiere shows what they need to work on for this upcoming season.
I think it's a good benchmark for us. It really lets us see how prepared we are when we get in front of an audience. So it'll give us a good barometer of what we need to work on and where we go from here.
With the competition season right around the corner, the Wildcats are off to a great start. This has been Emily Torring and Megan Seaton with the Wildcat Report.
The holidays have hit the city and the Jean Leahy Mall is lit up for the season.
Lindsey and Will traveled to some more winter scenery in Omaha.
After fall, the weather of Nebraska tends to take a turn in the colder direction. That being said, Omaha still has a host of things to do for those that aren't daunted by the chilly temperatures. Among the winter attractions are ice skating, holiday shopping, and looking at the holiday lights that festoon the old market.
I went on a double date down there and the girls wanted to see lights, like all the Christmas lights I set up. So we walked around down in the old market and looked at all the lights. We went to the candy shop. That's pretty fun.
Ever since Thanksgiving, the old market has been lit up with the glow of holiday lights and alive with people walking the streets.
At first I was wondering who would set up that many Christmas lights, because that was kind of ridiculous.
Once finished at the old market, we drove down I-80 to Village Point to finish some shopping.
Holidays are, especially with Christmas, we like to get it as Christmassy as we possibly can, and getting all glitzy and glammy and trying to look as good as we can to sell our clothes.
It's no secret that during the holiday season, stores begin to see huge amounts of customers, making for hectic stories.
I had this one lady once, she tried to return something and it was against her policy, and she almost climbed over the counter because I wouldn't do it, and so our manager came running out trying to help me, and she made up this whole big story to try to calm the lady down, and I needed a break after that.
Despite what many think, Omaha has things to do in the winter. It just takes a little determination to find them. This has been Will and Lindsey. Have a happy holidays.
Thanks, Lindsey and Will.
Seth Hirsch is not only a state champ, but also a top 5 runner for national races.
Tess and Lindsey caught up with him and got the story.
For most, cross-country season has been over, but for one, cross-country season just finished. Seth Hirsch, a senior at Midwest, raced in 2 of the best national races for high school cross-country, Nike Nationals and Foot Locker Nationals.
I was pretty happy with how I did. I would have liked to win one of them, but 3rd and 4th, I was pretty happy.
This isn't the first time Seth has run at a national race. Last year, he raced at Nike Nationals and Foot Locker Nationals and placed 9th at both.
I pretty much did the same training as I did during the regular season. I dropped my mileage just a little bit, so it's a little fresher, but that's about it.
I think he probably has the best work ethic of anybody probably in the state of Nebraska in distance running. The amount of work that he puts in on a daily basis and yearly basis is really what's made him the runner that he is now.
During Seth's time in cross country, he has won 2 individual state titles and 2 team titles.
Probably getting the back-to-back state team titles, winning by just a point. That was really cool.
High school cross country isn't the end for Seth. He will run at Wisconsin University on both their track and cross country team.
Hopefully get a team NCAA championship. That'd be really cool at Wisconsin. I think we'll have a good shot. And then, yeah, just continue to get faster.
I hope to see him place at nationals and in college and run well.
This has been Tess Ray and Lindsey Hunter with the Wildcat Report.
On December 8th, the boys basketball team had a tough loss to Omaha South by 1 point. I almost died a couple times taking pictures, but hey, they're pretty cool.
And now we go to JD Wessel with Sports Corner.
Hello folks, JD Wessel here for this week's Sports Corner. Great to have you guys back again. And first we're going to kick it off with wrestling. The wrestling team headed over to Lincoln North Star to take on the Gators, and they won that duel 62-12, and a pretty much lopsided performance. The Wildcats only dropping 2 matches total, so great performance by them. They've been doing big things all year, and they plan on doing it till the end. We got an interview from Andrew Pfeiffer to see what he had to say about the season so far.
A lot of the experienced wrestlers, especially the seniors and the varsity wrestlers that have been wrestling a long time, help coach up the younger level kids.
Thank you, Andrew, for that interview, and good luck to the wrestling team for the rest of the season. I expect you guys to do big things, so good luck on that. And now we're going to kick it over to swimming, where they just had a duel that was placed at Berg. And first off, the boys, they were defeated 94-91 in a close matchup, which actually ended in a forfeit due to a line violation which disqualified them. But to end on a good note for the Wildcats, the girls swimming team won 111-71, so congrats to that. And now we're going to kick it over to a quick interview with Sidney Bocott on what he thinks of the team so far this year.
Well, on the boys' side, that this year it's a little bit different. That last year we were a little bit younger. That is more just getting to know them. This year we kind of know what we have, and it's pushing them to that next level. And as far as the girls, this year we have a lot of young ones that we need to help them realize how great they can be and help bring them up to the rest of the girls. And they'll be great on both sides, boys and girls.
Girls basketball, where they recently defeated the Omaha South Packers in what was at first a close game. At halftime, the Wildcats were struggling, but as they came out of half, they actually shut out the Packers in the second half, winning 55-15 in what was a close game, turned into a blowout. And we got Chase Van Steele's opinion on what they had to do to be better in the second half. Let's take a look.
Like in the first half, it wasn't as we expected it to be, and we weren't playing very well. But then after we got a talk in the locker room, then we kind of came out and showed them what we can do.
Here, pass over to Van Steele. There's 1 second. Pass over to Rongus. Rongus is going to move straight down the middle.
It's definitely a height advantage for the Wildcats.
Did it. Pass down low to Taylor Farrell. Farrell layup. It's going to be good. Wildcats.
And last but not least, the boys basketball team, who also took on the Omaha South Packers. And both of those games were obviously at Millard West. It was a closer game than most people could expect. You know, Omaha South, they are the defending state champions. They got a lot of talent on the team, but the Wildcats, they fought hard, they played close, and it came down to one final shot, a half-court shot by Shea Wyatt, and he unfortunately missed the shot, but a great effort by the Wildcats. Congrats to them on a good game. You know, eventually these shots are going to fall for the Wildcats, and they're going to come out on top a couple of these games, but for the Wildcats, they need to keep moving forward. We talked to Colby Gomez on what he thinks the Wildcats need to do to, again, keep moving forward. Let's take a look.
We were definitely disappointed. There's definitely, I think everyone was doing, like, if I just would have done this, we would have won. If I didn't do this, we would have won. But game's over.
The basket, he's going to dish it back to Gomez outside. Colby Gomez goes up, and that is good. Millard West has got a 1-point lead, 8 seconds to go. And Millard West is going to come down with it. I think they're looking for the technical. Here we go. Shot's good. And Omaha South. Omaha South, but guys, that's 2 seconds. I blocked it. To Wyatt. Wyatt throws it up. Not enough. Omaha South remains undefeated.
And finally, on that last note, the Wildcats boys and girls basketball team first play Westside this Friday, so come out and support them. It is here at Millard West. And then the Wildcats hit the road. Both teams again head over to Millard South for the Battle of Q Street in one of the most anticipated games of the year, pretty much year in and year out. Have a good week, Wildcats.
Well, Wildcats, there's only 3 days left of this semester. Power through those finals.
Have a happy holidays and don't get snowed in this break. I'm Corey Hadfield.
And I'm Emily Seaton, and this has been the Wildcat Report.
Ho, ho, ho!